Male or female?
Right. You're selfish or selfless. Well, no, not male or female. Gender's a spectrum.
I thought that just slipped past you. Okay, so we're going to talk about affluenza versus minimalism.
I don't care.
And I've invented a new term.
What science says.
I've invented a new term called maximalism.
I like it.
You don't even know what it is.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah, you do.
I wonder how many other people who have business growth podcasts do this.
Not many. Oh, we got a critical comment ourselves in our comments on iTunes.
I just want to give the listeners a note. I don't have any notes for this episode.
I virtually don't have any notes.
So I don't know what's coming.
Here's what happened.
That's what I was referring to. It's like, wonder how many business podcasts the co-host or even the host doesn't really know.
Okay, just so you know, here's my notes.
Oh, okay.
They're just sentence fragments. Splayed out across a page. They would mean nothing.
But you see, when you don't give me any notes, I have no idea where we're going, which I already pull you off track.
It's just even worse.
It's just like, hey, man.
So let's move on.
All's fair in no note land.
Here's what's coming. Is affluenza a thing? A podcast in defense of maximalism.
I like it.
Does anyone want to live a life that is long and prosperous? Spiritual Foundations.
Okay, the question is, this is unrelated to our main topic today, but Spiritual Foundations, this is important because this is something that I just stumbled across during my trip to Hong Kong. And I stumbled across it because there was some indication that the reason I was suffering so much jet lag and so, well, okay, let me back up. I suffered terrible jet lag while I was in Hong Kong.
Wait, let me back up. I went to Hong Kong.
Yeah, I went to Hong Kong. I went there.
Wait, let me back up. My mother met my father.
Let's don't go that far. I went to Hong Kong, and I thought, because I don't sleep much anyway, I only sleep like 5 hours a night. I've been trying to do better, but my sleep mapper does not lie. My average night's sleep over the last 6 months has been 5 hours.
Well, just don't use a sleep tracker.
And then I won't know.
And then you won't know.
And therefore, I won't have a problem.
Right.
Because if I'm not aware of the problem,
it doesn't exist.
Correct.
Because reality submits to your wants and wishes.
If only that were so. No, thank God it's not so.
Yeah, thank God it's not so.
So anyway, I thought that the time difference would not be a problem. I thought I was immune to jet lag. I was wrong.
Yes.
I was feeling terrible, and I went through this little temper tantrum where I felt like, well, God, I'm here because I have work to do for your kingdom. Why have you made me have jet lag? And I realized, oh, wait a minute. Whoop.
Whoa, wait a second.
Hang on. That's maybe not me at my best thinking powers right there.
You were the one that messed with your biology by flying halfway across the world
and
in a few
ignoring
hours.
the fact.
Right.
Pretending it didn't happen.
Right.
So that got me thinking about this whole issue of what does God cause and what does he allow? And is there a difference? And I feel more clear on this subject than I ever have. I don't pretend to have the full answer because it's a big question.
Yes.
But I'll try to make this as short as possible. One of the verses in the Bible that gets brought up to point out that God does cause bad things to happen to people for his own glory is the story of the blind man who was blind from birth. Because the disciples come to Jesus and they say, who sinned that this man is blind? Was it him or was it his parents? Because that was their belief system in that culture, is that somebody sinned. If you were born with this handicap, somebody sinned and that was your punishment. That's not twisted.
No.
So Jesus said, shockingly, I mean, Jesus would not be welcome in anybody's church today.
Very few.
Generally not. But anyway, that's beside the point. Jesus said, nobody sinned. Now, here's what the verse says in almost all the English translations. Nobody sinned, but this is for the glory of God, so that God's work may be displayed in him. That's what it says in English. If you dig a little deeper and you look at the literal possible translations of that phrase, it can be rendered in either what is sometimes called the purposive voice, which is, this is a because thing. It's because God wants his glory to be displayed that this man was born blind. Or it can be in the imperative, which changes the meaning